Welcome to our channel. Today, we have the following news. Zhao Liying and the perplexing paradox. In the ever-competitive world of Chinese entertainment, few actresses have experienced a career transformation as dramatic and successful as Zhao Liying's. Once known primarily for her sweet heroine image in idol dramas, she steadily reshaped her path, moving toward more serious, female-driven projects and socially conscious scripts. To many, she represents one of the most accomplished actresses of the post-85 generation to break free from typecasting and rebuild her artistic identity. And yet, ironically, just as her career positioning grows more mature and ambitious, doubts about her acting ability have grown louder. This contradiction has become what Chinese media recently described as Zhao Liying's most perplexing paradox. On paper, everything looks like success. She chooses prestigious projects, collaborates with respected directors, and distances herself from purely commercial romance dramas. However, once her works air, public discussions often drift away from the story itself and focus instead on her performance, particularly her delivery of lines. Since the release of The Dream Maker, criticism has intensified. Market expectations for the drama were high, but both ratings and audience buzz fell short of predictions. Instead of praising her transformation, viewers began dissecting her acting choices. Her voice and line delivery quickly became the center of debate, overshadowing the narrative of the series. In truth, this is not a sudden wave of criticism. The doubts first surfaced during The Unseen Sister, grew stronger in She's Got No Name, and have now accumulated into what some commentators describe as a genuine reputation crisis. With each new project, the same issue reappears, almost like an unresolved echo. Several Chinese media outlets pointed out that in The Dream Maker, where Zhao Liying plays a highly educated intellectual, her approach to dialogue feels overly formal and theatrical. Rather than sounding like natural speech, her lines resemble a broadcast-style recitation, precise but rigid. Frequent pauses, fragmented phrasing, and unnecessary breaks disrupt the rhythm of conversation. Instead of conveying intelligence and authority, the performance unintentionally makes the character feel stiff and emotionally distant. The contrast becomes even more obvious when placed alongside the supporting cast. Their relaxed, conversational delivery makes their characters feel alive, while Zhao Liying's performance can appear calculated, almost mechanical. This gap is especially noticeable on the big screen. Film acting demands subtlety. The camera magnifies every micro-expression, every breath, every tonal shift. In such an environment, even slight artificiality becomes glaring. Critics argue that Zhao Liying's emotional rhythm and language control often remain on the surface level. She excels at direct, explosive emotions, crying scenes, breakdowns, intense confrontations, but struggles with layered psychology, the kind that requires quiet restraint and nuanced transitions. In other words, she can move the audience with obvious feelings, but has difficulty portraying complexity. The root of the issue, some analysts suggest, lies in her long-standing reliance on a formula. For years, Zhao Liying has favored a performance style built on calmness, strength, and restraint, minimal facial expressions paired with controlled emotions to create depth. This method once worked brilliantly, helping her shed the cute idol label and gain credibility. But over time, what was once a strength has gradually become a limitation. When every role is filtered through the same restrained template, characters begin to look similar. The lack of variation makes her acting feel predictable and, at times, monotonous. Interestingly, it is only when she plays more vulnerable, emotionally transparent characters that she truly shines. In those moments, when defenses drop and feelings flow naturally, her performances suddenly feel alive and relatable. The audience connects not because of technique, but because of authenticity. That contrast reveals both her potential and her bottleneck. Chinese media ultimately concluded that Zhao Liying has already succeeded in transforming her image and career strategy. She has proven her ambition and courage in choosing challenging scripts. But acting skill, especially dialogue delivery, cannot rely solely on positioning or reputation. Without continuous refinement, even the best opportunities lose their impact. To move forward, they suggest, she may need to slow down, step away from formulaic habits, and rediscover the natural rhythm of speech, to speak as the character, rather than perform as an actress. Because in the end, awards and titles are temporary. For any actor, the most convincing proof of growth isn't found on a trophy shelf, but in the quiet moment when the audience forgets they are watching a performance at all. And perhaps solving this paradox is the next true turning point in Zhao Liying's career.